Just let yourself settle, mind, body, spirit, all in the same place. And notice how you feel this morning. Notice how the breath feels. Notice how your heart feels. Notice how your sit bones feel. How do you feel sitting here on the mat? Take in a big, deep breath and a huge exhale. And I invite you to flip palms open to the sky. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, tight, tight, tight. Big inhale. Exhale, drop shoulders. Let everything relax and open. And today I thought I would focus on this theme of energy. Many people come to me tired, exhausted, not enough energy. And I thought thinking about yoga as a way to grow energy, create energy, keep energy that you have, and maybe even respond in those moments where you feel deflated or energyless. What can you do in those moments to pivot, to switch? Once again, not as emotional bypassing or toxic positivity, but just to shift your attention to where do you have energy? Where might you reinflate your balloon a little bit so it can float up light, less heavy? Your thoughts about the things that make you feel tired or exhausted or deflated can still be there, but you can feel differently if you want. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And notice with the breath, perhaps that you have a bit more energy already. I had someone this week talk about the energy vampire that sucks the energy. And I was thinking, okay, well, sometimes we feel that way. But what do we do when we feel like that is happening? And breathing is magic. It's shifting physiology, breathing in energy and breathing out the suck on the energy, the drain, the draw. Breathing in the air as if you're inflating, if you feel deflated. And breathing out whatever needs to go. With intention, think about this energy idea, growing energy, inhaling energy, and exhale, letting go of those draining thoughts, feelings, softening them, loosening them. And perhaps bring a hand to heart and another hand to top. Sending yourself compassion for the very real reasons you might feel deflated or out of energy. And also connecting with this idea that if you wish, you could grow energy. You could notice where you have energy, could create energy. You could enjoy energy. We often can even make energy. Thinking about the physiology and the breath, breathing in the oxygen, sending it to every cell, inflating each cell with that energy. Cells pass energy around. And exhaling the carbon dioxide and a bit of the tired, letting it go. With intention, focusing on growing and creating energy within you. Inhale all the way down to your belly and your navel, perhaps your sacral area beneath The root chakra and the sacral chakra are the creative parts of you. Breathing into those, giving them energy and space, and exhale, releasing what's getting in the way. Perhaps it's thoughts that things should be different or have turned out differently. Can you breathe in acceptance of whatever is and breathe out those thoughts that things should be different, the expectations, perhaps the unreasonable ones or the reasonable ones, and the disappointments? Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Notice your chest rise with the inhale, literally inflating yourself with breath and energy. And some kindness and compassion as the chest rises, sending it to the heart space. Exhale, let it out. Just notice how you feel. Perhaps set an intention around energy maintenance, energy balance. What if your focus was on energy rather than time and accomplishing? Just balancing energy or growing energy or having energy for what matters most. What do you have energy and enthusiasm about? Can you shift your focus to that? And bring hands together, rub them, create a little heat, creating actual energy, rubbing harder and faster. And bringing hands over your eyes, letting that heat come into your eyeballs and your forehead, and noticing it percolate down through your chest and into other parts of your body, sending it wherever it's needed. Breathe in through your nose, growing tall. Exhale, releasing, getting lighter, perhaps floating up like a balloon, an inflated balloon. Lower hands, open eyes, and just shake things out. Notice how you feel. Shrug shoulders up to the ears. Again, squinch your occiput into the shoulders. Enjoy the energy and tension and sensations. Exhale, release, palms open to the front. Notice how you feel. Inhale, arms out and up. Interlace the fingers, flip your palms to the sky, shimmy, do a little wiggle, create a little energy, slight arch back. Exhale, round forward, suck navel all the way to the back. Enjoy every nook and cranny. Inhale, arch, open your chest, creating space, inviting that energy in. Exhale, round, blowing out, creating a big balloon in front of you. Inhale, reach up, slight arch back. Exhale, tip gently to the left, right hip roots downward, filling up every nook and cranny of the right side body. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Switch to the other side. Big inhale, filling yourself up like a beach ball. Inflating, infusing some energy, some aliveness, some tingles. Exhale, release and blow out, still and stagnant in those deflated feelings and energy. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, open your arms to the side. Wrists are flexed. Pinch your scapula together. Notice all the sensations, that feeling alive. Spread your fingers. Invite the energy in through your fingers. Exhale, release everything. Roll wrists in either direction. Pause. Squeeze the fists tight. Pinch the scapula. Lots of energy shifts and tingles. Flick the fingers and the water comes away. Starburst fingers. Squeeze and flick, creating some energy and heat in the hands and the arms. Doing this as fast as you can. Noticing the energy shift, creating energy. It's possible to create it, not just use it up. Lower hands, shake it out. Notice all the sensations. Perhaps roll one shoulder and the other. Noticing when you do it one at a time, the energy is different. And pause in stillness. And notice here the energy you've created already. Engage your belly and your navel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left, lower left hand behind you, right hand to left thigh. Inhale, grow tall, root all the way to the crown of your head. Exhale, gaze out at the view, release, twist. Inhale, create energy, drawing it all the way up through the earth, through your root, through your spine. Grow as tall as you can. Inflate. Exhale, release, twist, deflate. Massaging your insides. One more big breath in, waking things up. Use your core to protect your back. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, twist back to center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist right. Right hand behind, tense behind you. Fingertips graze the earth. Left hand on left thigh. Wherever you are in your breath cycle. Next, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Use the breath as a way of shifting energy. In your mind's eye, paying attention to your energy. Notice even if your toes feel different. Exhale, ring it out. Inhale, big breath in. Fill yourself up, inflate. Exhale, come back to center, drop your shoulders. Inhale, reach to the sky once again. Exhale, open arms out to the side. Wrap arms in front, left elbow under right. Come into eagle arms. Lots of sensations here with sensations and feeling alive. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Use the breath. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, lower slightly. Inhale to the spots behind your scapula, the ones you notice the sensations. Bathe them with breath, waking them up, infusing energy. Exhale, blowing out the old tightness, stagnant, low and heavy, loosening them. Letting them still be there. You can be sad. You do height. Untangle, press your fists into the side walls. Spread fingers wide, infuse the energy all the way into the scapula. Pinch them together, release. Opposite side, right elbow under left this time. Coming into eagle arms, cross hands, elbows to shoulder height. You can create a peek hole if you like, or not. Notice the sensations between the scapula. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale the energy, the oxygen. Exhale the CO2 and all the stuff, waste you'd like to get rid of. The stuff that's draining your energy. Too much carbon dioxide makes you sleep if you think about it that way. Lift up. Exhale, round forward, squeezing out the old, the heavy. Untangle, stretch your arms wide, spread fingers, let the energy in and lower down. Take out whatever you're sitting on, unless it's a blanket and you need it for your hamstrings. Stretch legs long in front, bang your knees out a little bit, just inviting movement. Movement creates energy. Flex ankles, spread your toes wide, inviting the energy into the toes. Your legs will still. Notice your belly, find your root, tilt your pelvic bowl forward, shine heart forward. Hands on thighs, sitting up as tall as you can. Creating a dandasana here with your hands on your thighs, so seated staff pose. Grow tall as you can. Huge breath in. Notice the energy shift. Send the energy all the way to the toes. Spread wide toes. Lots of energy in the toes. Filling yourself up all the way, every nook and cranny with the breath. Exhale, release, let go, relax. Bring hands behind you, tense them. Come into Dandasana once again with the inhale. Grow tall, puff your chest out, shoulders down and back. Send the breath all the way to the heels. Perhaps they lift up, everything engaged. Exhale, release, let go. Hands to the shins, to the thighs, slide them down to your shins. Your Ankles can be flexed. See if you can reach your toes. You can wrap your index finger and middle finger around your big toe, perhaps. And if not, rest them lightly on shins or thighs. Back is flat, hinged at the waist. Heart shines forward once again. Huge breath in. Exhale, fold, bend elbows a little bit more if you have room, and notice the energy shifting in the back of the thighs and the lower back. Use the breath to move the energy. Sometimes the energy is just stagnant. It needs moving, it needs waking up. Big breath in. Hinge forward a smidge more. Heart shines forward. Release your toes. Slide up to seated. Bend your right knee. Bring the sole of your left foot into, sole of the right thigh, sorry. Right foot into the left thigh. Find your sit bones. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Grow as tall as you can, reaching tall. Notice your belly. Suck your navel all the way back to the spine. Wiggle fingers. Create energy in that little movement here. Exhale, twist left, fold forward. Grab the outer edge of the left foot with your right hand, if you can reach it, or the outer edge of the calf. Left hand wraps all the way into the right hip crease, coming into a twist. Perhaps a bit of a bind, and you can roll the left shoulder open and gaze to the left if you have a little more room. Huge breath in. Enjoy the back of the right leg. Exhale, squeeze a little more into it if you can. You can drop your head and neck if you have room. One more breath here. Flex left ankle, notice the shifts. Point left toe, notice the shifts. Tiny little movements. You likely don't have much more room here. Notice the energy in the back of the left leg. Slide up your left shin, untangle. Bring right hand behind you and come into Wild Thing. Stretching, inviting the energy, fingers light. Stretch the outer edge of your left foot all the way to the floor. Roll your wrist. Let it be flowing. Let the movement energy move. Sometimes to create energy, it's simply moving. Lowering your hip straight, both legs in front. Move the flesh of your seat and just take a moment to get reorganized. When you're ready, bend left knee, bring left sole of the foot into the right inner thigh. Find the sit bones, move the flesh of the seat out of the way. Find your belly and your navel. Grow as tall as you can. Inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, twist right, fold forward, reaching for the outer edge of the right foot. It may look totally different on this side. You may be on your calf or your knee here. Huge breath in to the entire lung rib cage, flushing out the stagnant air, creating energy, sending energy to those tiny little cells at the base of the lungs. Right hand wraps into the left hip crease, coming into a bit of a bind. Roll your right chest open towards the sky, towards the right shoulder, wherever you've got room. Big breath in and out. 2 more breaths here, letting yourself enjoy it. Notice your right foot and toes. You may want to flex point ankle, wherever you have room for. Slowly rise up, untangle. Left hand comes behind you. Lift your left hip up, coming into Wild Thing on this side. Let yourself enjoy it. Enjoy every nook and cranny of the right side body. Roll your wrists. Let it be light and fun. Grow as long as you can on that right side. Every smidge, enjoy it. Lower hips. Come back to center, untangle. Take a minute to bang out your knees. Bring your right knee in towards your chest and give it a big hug. Root hips downward. And notice if your knee's flopping out to the side, try to square it up tall. Hug your belly right into it. You may need to make a little room for the belly. That's okay. Sitting up as tall as you can. And take a moment to engage left leg, left toes reach to the sky. Heart shines forward. Your spine is long and tall. Huge breath in. Hug the hip inward towards the hip socket. Exhale, release, hug tighter. Left hand comes to the outer edge of the right foot. Extend your right leg if you can and enjoy the stretch. Big breath in. Right hand comes behind you. Twist to the right. Gaze over the right shoulder. Press your right foot into the left hand and enjoy the energy shifting here. Imagine it is energy shifting more than a stretch. Notice the cells waking up. You can wiggle your toes. Big breath in, grow tall. Everything engaged here. Protect your back. Exhale, ring it out. Gaze over to the view, the right shoulder. Let yourself enjoy it. My new spot has the most amazing view. I'm looking at the creek. Gently twist backwards, lower that knee. Allow your knee to fall to the outside once again. Move the flesh of your seat. Inhale, both arms up once again. Twist towards the left. Bring right hand to the left hip, left hand behind. Exhale, twist. Inhale, grow tall here, as tall as you can. Root your ischial spines into the earth, grow tall. Crown of the head reaches to the sky. Engage your glutes everywhere, and the right knee presses downward. Grow as tall as you can, intentionally growing. Exhale, twist, letting go of the deepest, most stagnant spots. Inhale, grow as tall as you can once again. We call this root to rise. Root downward, rise upward, filling yourself with energy, inflating. Exhale, letting go of all those old thoughts, resisting. Interesting that twists can give you energy. Release your spine, reach arms to the sky, opening them out to the sides. Bring that right knee inward, stretch it long, have a little bang here. Hug your left knee in, move the flesh of your seat if you need to. Grow tall, root the sit bones downward, hug the knee inward. Engage your full spine, grow tall, 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 flex your ankle, flex your toes. Huge exhale. Big breath in. Exhale, release and enjoy. Right hand grabs outer edge of the left foot. Extend your left leg and enjoy the energy shifting. Energy moving creates more energy. My son's a physics nerd, and he's often talking about how movement, motion creates motion. Can't remember now what it is, but left hand behind you. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. Root the sit bones downward. Crown of the head reaches tall. Exhale, gaze leftward. Enjoy all the sensations here. Press left foot into the right hand. Wiggle toes, inviting the energy shifting. Exhale, release. Bend the left foot, knee, bringing your left knee to the earth, 90-degree angle. Once again, find your sit bones, wiggle. Inhale, reach tall, grow as tall as you can. Exhale, twist right. Left hand to right thigh, right hand behind. Grow tall, tall, tall here. Root through the earth to the crown of the head. Draw right shoulder back. Exhale, blow it all out over the right shoulder, releasing the tension, the heaviness, lightening, so you can lift and fill. Make room for more inflating and oxygen. 2 more breaths here. Everything engaged. You'll notice your belly after the class. 1 more breath, using all those core muscles to wring things out, to protect you, to grow stronger. Relax, come back to center. Quick counter twist to the left side to give your spine some movement, come back to center. Extend your left leg long, sweep your feet around, come to hands and knees. Find a spot that feels good. Knees directly under your hips, hands directly under your shoulders, spread fingers wide. Plant palms onto the earth. Inhale, arch, crown of the head reaches forward, and enjoy the belly, enjoy the movement. Exhale, round into cat. Suck your navel all the way up to the spine. Drop your head and neck. Inhale for cow. Crown of the head reaches forward. Let it be the most delightful cow. Enjoy the front of the belly, something I never used to do. Just going slow, reaching those sit bones as far to the sky as you can. Crown of the head as far to the sky. Belly or heart shines forward. Round into cat. And pause at the end, at the final expression, and enjoy it. Feels really good if you let it feel good. Letting the breath expand into every alveoli. Come back to tabletop. Find your knees once again. Find your hands. Plant them into the earth. Find your center, your belly button, your navel. Find your steady. Huge breath in. Exhale, extend right leg a little below hip height. Inhale, reach to a little, lift up, a little below hip height. If you have room and want to, extend your left arm. Long, breathing in, growing, filling yourself, inflating with the energy and the oxygen and the air and good thoughts, possibility, hope, just the maybes. Roll the right ankle, wiggle the left fingers, roll the left wrist, using your belly here. Stretch long, come to stillness as long, long, long as you can. Huge inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath, squeezing out all the old ick, unmet expectations. Inhale, grow long, inviting the possibility, infusing the breath into every nook and cranny from the tips of the fingers to the toes. Exhale, squeeze tight underneath you. Noticing you can do this while balancing. Inhale, stretch long, 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 as long as you can. Notice the front of your right hip, the fingers, hips, the toes. Squeeze once again, tight, tight, tight. Inhale, grow long as you can. Drop left hand, plant it on the earth. Lower right toes, drop your right heel, reach your right arm to the sky. Coming into gate pose, slight arm back, your right arm goes slightly back. Heart rolls open, inviting energy. Outer edge of the right foot plants into the earth. Draw your right shoulder, right hand back a little more, gaze upward. It's a little awkward. Keep your balance. You can use your left foot as a kickstand if you need. Huge breath in. Exhale, release. Even that horse's breath if you wish. Come back to hands and knees and a little movement to unstick, which also helps create energy. Movement in and of itself creates energy. Find your belly. Be nice to your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Plant those palms into the earth. Flatten them. Left toes reach long behind you. Find your navel once again. Inhale, reach left foot a little below hip height. If you have room, right hand can spread long. My hand is landing in the ferns. Make friends. Huge stretch. Wiggle your fingers, your wrists, your ankles. Use your belly to keep you steady. Inhale, grow as long as you can. Fill up as full as you can with oxygen, energy from fingertips to toe tips. Exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze underneath you. Inhale, grow long, inviting the energy shift, the movement, the oxygen, the blood flow all the way down deepest into your belly core. Exhale, elbow to knee. Squeeze your navel all the way upwards. Inhale, reach a long, long, long. Invite the energy. Last one. Exhale, squeeze it out, wring it out, all the stuff you'd like to let go of or just move or shift slightly. Use belly, use your strength here. Reach your right fingers long. Left toes long, flex left ankle, heel long, grow tall, tall, tall. One final time, stretch. Lower right hand, lower left toes. Drop your left heel to the right. Weight comes into the left hand. Reach as tall as you can. Weight is in your right hand, I'm sorry. Your left hand is reaching to the sky. My coffee is clearly not working yet this morning. Opening heart, shine up to the sky. And the beautiful thing about yoga is it doesn't really matter. You move your body. Hopefully you do what feels right. Making sure that you only do what works for you. It's a good chance to say, wow, that doesn't feel right. Invite the breath into your chest, bathe your heart space with light and energy, infuse the possibility and the movement and the space around the prayers. Last breath here. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Even it out, knees apart, toes together, stretch along, lengthen your spine, sink your hips all the way back towards the heels, lower your forehead, wiggle fingers even farther forward. Huge breath in into the widest, farthest corners of your lungs. Shimmy your waist and your hips. See if you can lower your hips a tiny bit farther and your forehead to the floor. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, you can grab a block and put your forehead or third eye on the block. That can also be nice in changing the way that your back opens and your scapula feel here. So you can try it if you have a block. Big breath in and out. Taking a moment here in stillness to think about your energy. Think about where you drain energy. What things do you do that make you tired? Could you do less of them? What thoughts or expectations do you have of yourself or others that just make you feel exhausted? Where do you resist the reality of perhaps a mother or a job or a hospital situation or a teenager or maybe a relationship between two people that just drives you nuts? You can let that go with the breath here or loosen it. Maybe it's not yours to fix, and maybe that will give you energy back. Wiggle hands to the left side of the mat. Right hand will land atop left hand. Breathe into the entire right side body here. Exhale, release. Walk hands to the right side, left hand atop. And release. Inviting the energy all the way down the line of the left side body to your hip. Growing, reaching the left fingertips as long as you can. Letting the energy move the whole line of the left body. Walk hands back to center. Coming back to hands and knees. Walk your hands forward, a handprint, curl your toes, shoot your hips up to downward dog. Widen your feet, walk the dog. Gaze at the view. Sometimes being upside down can shift our energy. I am often doing downward dog in between coaching clients because it helps release my back and it's kind of like a reset if you flip upside down. You can have a block in your office and do a forward fold. Same thing, worth a try. Notice the backs of your legs. Notice the energy shift there. Lift up high under your tippy toes. Press into your hands. Reach your hips all the way backwards. Release head and neck towards the floor. Exhale, lower your heels and feel the energy actually shift. Your heels may or may not reach the earth. Bend left knee. Press right heel towards the floor. Enjoy that energy shift. Tiny little movements can shift and reset. Bend right knee. Press left heel to the floor. Same thing. Walk hands back towards your feet, coming into a forward fold. Hands can grab your opposite elbows, bend knees juicily and sway. Let there be movement. Movement shifting also gets the energy moving. Bending knees, find center and stillness. Lifting 10 toes, finding the soles of your feet, lowering your toes down. Big breath in.
and out. The birds this morning are literally having a concert. Pause and notice what's happening around you here. Gaze through your legs if there's anything to look at. Notice if upside down things look or feel different in your body. When ready, release hands, engage belly, and roll up slowly, arms out and up, capturing the energy as your palms flip up to the sky. Palms come together. Let your hands drip down to heart center. Notice how you feel. Big breath in and out. 2 more breaths here. Breathing in. Breathe in whatever your version in your life is, that bird song. The sort of surprises, lightness, sounds pretty, distracts you, feels good. And exhaling all the heavy stuff that's distracting you from hearing it or seeing the good. Lower hands and take a moment just to adjust to feel good. And we're going to come into dancer pose because it inspires energetic shifts for me. Find your left leg. Notice your 5 toes, lifting up your 5 toes, spreading them downward, root them downward. Draw up the energy through the left sole of the foot, up into your hip. Raise your right knee to hip height. Stop here. You can have your hands on your hip here if that feels good. You can find your balance, taking a minute, wiggling toes. If you, this could be your dancer pose. If you wish, slide your right hand over your right knee, down the right shin, draw your heel towards your rear end. And take a moment to enjoy the shifts in the front of the right leg. This could be your dancer pose. Your heart will shine forward. Exhale, send the energy back down through that left foot into the earth, noticing every cell on the bottom of the sole of the foot. If you wish, raise your left hand to the sky. Root downward through the left foot, up through the left fingers, tall, tall, tall. Notice the energy moving here. Huge breath in. If you wish, bend the left knee and tip forward into dancer. It doesn't have to be the most full dancer. If you're gripping or holding, that's likely not moving the energy or creating energy. Let this be something that draws energy in, awakens bits of your calf and the sole of your foot and your belly and your fingers. And your heart. Your heart is shining forward. Exhale, reaching tall. Lower hand, lower your foot. Shake it out. Sending breath to the left calf and ankle. Noticing that that shifts energy. Lots of wakened things. Find your soles of your feet. Lift up all 10 toes. Root them into the earth. Spread them wide. Send your roots downward. Hands on hips to start. Notice your right leg, long and strong. Engage your belly. Inhale, grow tall with both feet on the earth first. Exhale, release. Left foot rises. Knee comes to hip height, 90-degree angle. Pause here. This might be your dancer. Left hand comes over the left thigh, down in front of the left knee, left ankle. Draw your heel into your buttock. Enjoy the front of the left thigh. This could be your dancer. Notice the shifts as you stretch the left thigh and you bring your heel towards your rear end. Right hand reaches tall. If that works for your dancer, grow as tall as you can. Entire right side body grows tall and long. Wiggle fingers. Exhale, release, sending the energy and the breath out through your sole of your foot into the earth. Inhale, draw the earth's energy up, grow tall, tall, tall. Heart is light. Exhale, tip forward into a dancer here if you wish. May look different than on the other side. Notice where your balance is, what you need. Let it feel good. And enjoy the energy shift as you're here. What we pay attention to is our experience. And so when I offer themes in yoga, that's what's happening. It's very specific focus of attention, which is a mindfulness theme and something that we also focus on in coaching. We often focus on the negative. We can focus on energy. Not how little we have, but maybe where it is, where we can move it, where we can find it, where we can create it. Grow tall. Lower hand, lower foot, shake it out, roll it out, wiggling things. Let yourself have a little bit of a wiggle and a roll, perhaps roll both shoulders forward and enjoy your back and roll the hands back, heart shines forward, releasing any kinks. Lower hands to the floor, palms open. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Belly is engaged, heart shines forward. Let yourself balance here for a minute and just notice in the balance how the energy shifts. Inhale, lift higher onto your tippy toes, high as you can. Heart shining forward, crown of the head reaching to the sky, everything engaged. Spread fingers wide, wide, wide. Exhale, lower down slowly, heart shines forward. Pause in Tadasana mountain pose, fingers spread wide. Breathe here, in and out. Close eyes, notice your chest rise and fall with the breath infusing. Let it feel good. Active fingers, soles of the feet, noticing the earth underneath you, the carpet. Notice each toe connecting to, I'm on a flagstone patio, connecting to the stones, the cool stones, the dirt underneath, whatever it is for you. And notice your energy. Is it different than when we began? Open eyes, relax fingers, shake it out, roll your wrists, and come to the top of the mat. Feet are hips width. Lifting up all 10 toes, lower them down. Inhale your arms out and up, slight arch back, scooping in the energy. Exhale, fold forward, flow, drip forward. Inhale for a half lift. Shoot your sit bones up to the sky. Back is flat, heart shines forward. Let the energy move as you do this sun salutation. Exhale, lower down to plank. Hands land on the earth, step back and pause here. Plank is an energy generating pose. A lot of heat comes. Spread hands wide, find your belly. Press your heels towards the back wall. Steady center. Huge breath in and out. Engaging every cell in your belly and your core. Notice your toes. Notice your baby toe. Notice your pinky on your hands. Notice the shaking. Lots of energy being created in the shaking. Sometimes when you have no energy, even a plank can give you energy. Shift forward onto your tippy toes, your weight. Bend your knees, elbows tuck in, untuck toes, lower down chaturanga to the earth. Inhale for low cobra. Weight is out of your hands. Gaze forward. Enjoy what you see. Let your heart be light. Enjoy your lower back. Exhale, lower down. Curl toes. Press into hands and knees. Come back to downward dog. And pause here. Enjoy the breath. Big breath in and out. Envision the breath going all the way to your toes on the earth. And notice upside down when you send the breath. How does it feel different? Perhaps set the intention that downward dog is a reset, an energy reset, perhaps an outlook reset. Yoga goes well beyond the poses. It's about the physiology and the philosophy, the mindset, and carrying that forward into your life. And as you're upside down here, what might you like to take about energy or any wisdom gleaned from your body in this class? We often discount the wisdom of our body. Those of us in medicine were taught to do that. We don't have to sleep, eat, or use the restroom. We just discount it. And yet our bodies are wise with what's right for us. Might you listen to it more? Upside down, it's often easier. The distractions of the world are less. Find both hands and palms and right ball of the foot. Press it into the earth. Root it downward. Inhale, left leg up. Coming into three-legged dog. Press your left toes to the wall or the world behind you or the trees. Big breath in. Point that left toe. Stretching long, long, long. Exhale, flex the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, gently bring your left foot between your hands, coming into a low lunge. Inhale your arms up. Reaching tall, tall, tall. Right hip opens, reach tall. Engage, grow tall. Notice the right hip flexor, left hip tacks backwards. Notice everything. Wiggle fingers and toes. Keep the energy moving. Exhale, lower both hands to the earth. Curl your back toes up to a long pyramid. Right heel plants towards the earth. A long pyramid, your back heels off the earth. Both toes jet line forward. Notice if you can come to a half lift here. You may need a block or may not be able to quite do it if you don't have a block or a couch. Let your heart shine forward. Lots and lots of energy shifts in the back of the leg here. Lift up the left toes and notice the energy shift. Spread them wide, lower them down. Lower hands down. Bend your front knee. Come into a high lunge. You'll wiggle your back toes back a bit. Hips are square. Plant right hand or right fist on the earth. Twist left gaze upward. Roll left wrist in both directions. Lower left hand. Hop your back foot forward. Coming into a forward fold. Widen your feet. Bring hands to heart center here. Sink your hips downward. Come into chair pose. Another heat energy generating pose. Sit your hips back. Your hands are at heart center if you have bum shoulders like me, or you can reach your hands all the way forward. You do what works for you. Neither is better or worse. No judgment. That's the invitation of mindfulness and yoga. Sink hips backwards. Lift up all 10 toes, and no judgment if this is hard or hurts or anything. Lower your toes. Enjoy the energy shifting in the chair pose. Sink hips backward. Lower hands. Shoot your hips up. Release. Huge cleansing breath here in the forward fold. Notice the backs of your legs. Your knees may be more straight here. Hands can come to elbows or leave your hands on the earth. Big breath in. Lion's breath out. Or horse's breath, whatever your best exhale is. Bend knees. Engage your hands in your belly. Inhale, arms out and up, scooping the energy in. Palms come together, hands come to heart center. Notice how you feel. Notice how your energy for the day and life and what's ahead may feel totally different. Lower hands down. Inhale, reach your arms out and up once again. Slight arch back. Fold forward, forward, fold. Inhale for a half lift. Spine is flat, rear end sticks to the back, heart shines forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank and pause here once again. Generate a little bit of heat and engage your belly. Find your steadiness and your center and your core. That can often generate energy when you feel settled. Shift your weight forward, bend knees, untuck toes, chaturanga downward, elbows can tuck in, lower down. Inhale for low cobra or up dog. You choose what feels best to your body and your back. Curling toes, shift back to down dog and pause here for a moment. Enjoy the upside down, enjoy the reset. Annie Lamont has a saying that to unplug things, and when you unplug them and plug them back in, they often work. And I like to think of downward dog or even doing a yoga class as similar. Can be shifting your energy, and you don't have to do all of it. You could just do part of it if that's all the time you have. Even the breath can shift your energy in that way. Ground the left ball of the foot, both hands, spread fingers wide to protect your wrists. Inhale, raise left leg to the sky. Right leg, sorry. Reach your right leg as far as you can behind you. Engage your belly. Point the toe. Flex the ankle. Big breath in. Exhale, gently bring your right foot between your hands. Drop back knee, come into a low lunge. Fairly quickly reach your arms to the sky. Wiggle fingers. Gaze upward if you have a beautiful view. I have a gorgeous blue sky and trees and clouds, and birds. Notice what's there. Even if it's the ceiling, you can envision what's beyond the ceiling or gaze out the window, letting yourself have the far view. Enjoy the hips. Draw right hip back, left hip forward. Lower hands, curl back toes, straight your back leg. Come into that long pyramid again. Both toes jet line to the front. Both legs are straight. Left heel reaches to the floor, but likely does not touch. Enjoy the energy shifting in the legs here. Tiny movements in the hips will shift energy in a different way. Remembering that subtle, significant, tiny shifts can make a big difference. We often overcomplicate, but a little hip waggle can give you a little energy. Keep it simple. Bend your front knee, coming into a high lunge. Left fist on the earth, twist to the right. Roll your wrist. Enjoy the right hip. Breathe, gaze upward. If you want to draw the right hand back a wee bit, roll the heart open, creating space, letting the earth's energy pour in, or the light, or the nature, or optimism, whatever it is, creating some space for it. Not negating if there's something else significant going on in your life. I know for some of you there is, but just allowing this energy to be there, to hold you, to take good care of you. They can happen at the both same time. Yoga offers duality. Lower your right hand, hop your back foot forward, coming into a forward fold once again. We'll sink our hips back and come back into one more chair pose. Hands together at heart center, gaze forward. Sink your hips back. Lots of energy. Have a little bounce. Let it be light. Lift up all 10 toes. See if you can bounce with your toes lifted up. Lower toes, lower hands, drop your head. Release. Big breath in and out. Lower palms to the earth. Bend your knees. Coming down to hands and knees. Curl your back toes. Sink your hips back, coming into broken toe for a moment. One of my favorite energy shifting poses. If you're tired, this one will really help. Uncurl your toes here, even the pinky toe. You'll sink your hips back and you'll notice the energy in the toes. You can bring hands to heart center. You can bring just hands by your sides. Shift weight forward and back a little bit and notice the energy shifts. It's kind of a pleasant, painful thing. You can be light. Let your hands move on your thighs. Lower hands to the earth and bang your hips out. Bang as hard as you can. Let it feel amazing. Shifting the energy that way. And when you're ready, sweep your feet around in front. Settle yourself in the middle of your mat. Reach your arms out parallel to your legs. Engage your belly and unroll onto the earth. Slowly allow your head to land and give yourself a moment to arrive. Take stock of your energy. Notice how it feels, different perhaps than when we began. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Bring your knees into your chest, hands on your shins, and rock back and forth. Massage your back. Notice even how some energy. Rock side to side. Enjoy the rock. Bring hands to the soles of the feet. Knees come towards the floor. Come into happy baby. You can stretch one leg or the other, or both. Bring your legs together, bend knees. Lower your feet to the floor. Take a moment to assess. Notice your breath. Bring knees together, feet apart, arms over your head in an easy cactus. Drop knees to the right, coming into an easy twist. Let your left hip flexor soften. And notice how easily the energy moves now. Letting your heart slow. Letting yourself enjoy what feels good here. Bring knees back to center. Drop heels to the left. Bring knees back to center. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana, hand to heart, hand to belly, two hands to belly. Notice what feels good today. Might be different. And pause and notice. Notice where you have energy today. It might be your belly, it might be your heart. Bring hands to the outer edges of your thighs. Draw your knees together and stretch legs long in front. Allow your toes to fall to the outer edge of the mat. Palms about 6 inches from your waist, facing up, inviting energy shifting. Wiggle toes and fingers. Huge breath in. And a huge exhale, softening in to a few moments of relaxation. A chance to refill your energy, restore, rejuvenate. Let it refill and feel amazing. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to come out, gently deepen your breath. Slowly wiggle fingers and toes. And stretch long in any direction that feels good to you. Inviting the breath and the energy into every nook and cranny, reawakening as if from a long winter's nap. And when you feel ready, transition to a seat in a way that feels good to you, allowing yourself to figure out what that is. And when you arrive, find your sit bones and settle right back in. Bring a hand to heart and another hand to top. And assess how you feel. What's your energy like now? How would you like to continue to feel this way? Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. May you all have a beautiful week of noticing your energy, creating energy, enjoying energy, finding energy, letting the energy move,
and propel you to things that feel good, that you enjoy, that you'd like to do more of. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.